Hello guys, I am back from another video and today we're talking about a brand new what if called What if Deku was the Grim Reaper? So, this is a what if that was suggested to me that was pretty, common, I guess. I already seen like what if similar to this, but I'm gonna make it a little bit different. And also, that commenter also just like suggested me to do you know, the cross signs what if, which thank you, and it was a great idea. And the second, thing that he originally wanted this what if to be a villain what if, even though I made a poll for if Izuku in this what if should be a villain, hero, or vigilante, and all of you guys voted it to hero. So yeah, Izuku's going to be a hero in this what if. So let us begin the what if then. So, Izuku was born in a church, where several people start bringing Izuku to a pedestal as they say this. So, you must be the so-called heir of the brand new throne. The throne, or should I say, power that will be given to you by our great Lord, the Archangel Azrael, the angel of faith and death. Now, Azrael, let this boy be your herald. Let this be your vessel. As Azrael appears with his black wings and black white coat, wearing a band made out of gold and several eyes around his wings, as he says this, boy, you shall be the one that will defeat Lucifer, my brother, the traitorous angel. And now, let this be your weapon. As a scythe appears, this scythe has a lop of flesh with an eyeball. As it screamed out, Why? Why did you trap me into this weapon? Let me out! As Azrael says this, shut up. You're nothing more traitor Thanatos. I used to call you my brother in arms, but now you're nothing more than a traitor. And as for that punishment of yours, your punishment is becoming the servant of my brand new vessel. As he says this, no, no. As Izuku, while watching it, he was confused. Several people that are watching him, and also watching Azrael, the angel of death and fate, basically talking down to this fallen angel that's trapped in a scythe. Or should I say, Izuku's brand new weapon. His name was Thanatos, and if you probably know, it's also the name of the Greek god of ancient death. Not really ancient death, I meant peaceful death. And I decided to turn him into a fallen angel just because, it sounds fun. So, after a while of like arguing with Thanatos, Azrael gives Izuku the scythe, which is now Izuku's partner. So, after Azrael leaves, Izuku's training starts. So, Izuku trains in the art of killing demons, agents of Lucifer and the other seven demon lords. And because of that, Izuku became, well, not as you think about it. Like, Izuku is completely emotionless because of all of the death and decay that he always sees every time when he kills a demon. Seeing families, people, and even loved ones die by these demons caused him to become cold and distant, making him seem a bit of a arrogant butthole. But in actuality, he's actually a really good guy. He just hides it. So, Izuku is now in, well, middle school. The last year of middle school. I meant, wait for a second. The last year of middle school. So, Izuku's quirk is pretty simple. In fact, it's considered as a pretty average quirk, I guess. His quirk is just called Angel, which allows him to grow wings, and allows him to just fly a little bit. The reason why he has a quirk like that is because of the church. God dang it, I do not remember that. Significantly breed. Like, like, basically they pick two people, and each one of them will be given, well, the child. The child is going to become, well, the brand new vessel of that certain angel, or a prodigy or something like that. Or should I say a squire to that angel, because archangels in most media are considered as knights, so yeah, I guess squires, you can call them that. So, Izuku's quirk was called Angel, and because of that, he was worshipped as similar to the other archangels. Because of his quirk being called Angel, and his appearance when he's using his wings, making it look like an angel. Even though I forgot to draw the wings, and the reason why I forgot to draw the wings on the, drawing is because I was a bit tired at the time, so you had to deal with it. So, yeah. So, Izuku was pretty average in school. Average grades, average everything. Except for his friends. He has a lot of friends, mostly because of his, well, specific type of personality. Many girls try to flock to him because of his beauty, but Izuku ignores them and just acts cold to them. Many people just call him the Icy Cold King because of that. So, the last day of middle school starts as. Wait for a second again. As the teacher arrives, as he says this: Alright, 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 class, settle down. Not including you, Izuku. After all, you are technically one of the quietest. Izuku just gives a thumbs up. As one of them said this, a boy by the name of Bakugo. He said this: So, I'm gonna be going to UA very soon, and when I do, I'm gonna become the best hero ever. In fact, I'm after all the best hero just because of my quirk. Right, Izuku? As Izuku just gives a thumbs up. As he says this: Oh, come on, at least talk once. I mean, you are in a religious group, or should I say the church, but at least talk. As Izuku just says this: Please don't talk to me. I'm currently busy. As he says this, ugh. Anyway, Izuku, so which school are you going to? UA. As everybody was shocked, as one of them, being Bakugo's other friend, said this. I guess it's pretty obvious in retrospect. I mean, he is pretty talented. As he says this, and I mean Bakugo, shut up. As he says this, right, boss. As the teacher hands out all of the papers and saying that Izuku and Bakugo are the only ones that are going to UA. So, after class, they start leaving, including Izuku. Izuku goes straight to the church. As when he gets to the church, many people started bowing to him, mostly nuns and other priests. As Izuku goes to the priest, as he says this: Good, Izuku, did you finally kill that demon? As Izuku grabs the head of the demon that he slaughtered, as the demon still is alive. As he says this: Stop! I want this to end. As Izuku just throws his head to the ground and just smashes it. As he just says this: Eliminated. As Thanatos says this: Yeah, it was pretty easy. Ugh. Being stuck in this stupid body is okay, I guess. After all, you are my partner. As Izuku just says this: Shut up, you damn fallen angel. As he says, can you at least stop acting like that? That's a bit of an asshole move. As Izuku just says this: Say that again or I'll rip your head off. As he says this: Sure, boss. As one of them said this: Yeesh, Izuku should be a little bit more nicer. As one of them said this. I mean, no, but he's after all going to become a herald of the. Whatever. Just please shut up. Like, Izuku just hears it clearly, but Izuku just ignores it. As Izuku's lines across his face that he has start glowing, indicating that another demon has arrived. As many of the, well, patrons of the church start getting ready, wielding weapons and holy items, and also holy water, obviously, as they see the demon. The demon was weird looking. It definitely doesn't look like a demon all that much, but to one of the patrons of this church says this. No way. That, as he says this. You're correct. I'm a pit spawn. As he starts transforming, gaining several arms and fangs, as his eyes start glowing blood red, as the entire area of the church starts turning into nighttime, which is weird because most demons don't have the ability to change the time of day. Mostly. Wait for a second. So, this pit spawn starts charging towards Izuku, saying, "It's time for you to die!" As Izuku just says this, "You damn fool." As Izuku summons out Thanatos and starts ripping it apart, ripping off his hands, as it said this, "You damn little brat." As it creates a sword and wields it with its mouth, starts charging towards Izuku as it gets ready to slam the sword onto Izuku's face. Izuku just calmly says, "You can go die now." As several blades appear, being the blades that he gotten after, well, after the training, and also after the few, time skips. As in few, I mean a lot of time skips. So, Izuku gets these blades as Izuku slices the head off the demon. The demon is still alive after all, and Izuku just squashes his head, turning back the time to day. So, everybody was relieved, as one of them said this. "That was pretty lucky for you, Izuku." As Izuku just says this, "Don't talk to me." As he gets blown off again. And I mean again because he tried to make friends with Izuku last time, but it didn't go poorly. I mean, it completely go poorly, but not as poorly as last time. As in last time, I mean, literal last time. Because when he first met him, well, Izuku was hesitant of making friends with him. So, yeah, let's just say, well, their relationship is pretty much bad. So, after killing the demon, the head churchman, which I don't know what to call a person like that, I'm just gonna call him the boss of the church, says this. "Ah, Izuku. Ah, you're finally here. And I'm guessing this demon was finally defeated." As Izuku just says, obviously. Ugh, damn pit spawns. As Izuku throws away the rest of the flesh from his boots, from that demon that he killed, as Izuku just says this. "So, any other jobs to kill?" As he says this. No demons to kill today, so I think it's better for you to have some rest. After all, you've been working pretty hard. And also, I heard that you're going to UA, right?" As Izuku just says this. "Yes." As he says this. "Well, about that. Apparently, there's a demon in that school, and apparently, he's been, capturing children. So, we're pretty lucky for you to decide to go there as well. At least it files the paperwork a little bit more easier." As Izuku just says this. A demon, eh? So, what type of demon is it? A type of pit spawn? A duke? Lord? Knight? Even president? As he says this, why heavens no. It's just a low-ranking demon, maybe an imp or an ukabach. As Izuku just says this, I'll kill it as soon as possible. As Izuku wields up his scythe, Thanatos, as Thanatos says this, hey, don't do that, it makes me feel weird. As Izuku just says this, shut up. As one of them, being another nun, says this, hey, Izuku, come on, let's go to your living quarters. As Izuku just says this, ugh, fine. I'm kinda tired anyway. So, Izuku goes to his room as he was given drinks, mostly water and some biscuits. And I mean, these are like biscuits from Popeye, basically. So he has to eat them with the water. If he just eats them on its own, well, it's gonna taste like literal dried sand onto his tongue. So, after eating a lot of it, Izuku just goes to bed and says this to Thanatos. Hey Than, as Thanatos says this. Hey, did you just call me and did you just give me a nickname? As Izuku just says this. Shut up. What was your life back then? Like, back before you became a fallen angel? As he says this. It's complicated. Let's just say I used to work for a certain demon lord, or should I say a fallen angel. I think his name was, Belphegor. As Izuku just says this. You mean Belphegor, as in the demon of laziness? As he says this. Yeah, Belphegor, let's just say, he was a bit lazy, but he didn't really care about the war, but I did, so I decided to join with the demons in hell. And because of that, I became a fallen angel, and then was captured by, these seven archangels. As Izuku just says this. Really? As he says this. Really? It was an instant bad idea when I think about it. Like, seriously. I'm fighting against Michael, the strongest out of the archangels. And I was also fighting against Azrael, the embodiment of death itself. And it's not helping that you're also technically his servant, or should I say, his squire. As Izuku just says this. Enough talking. It's starting to piss me off. As he says this. Agreed. It's giving me bad memories. As Izuku just says this. Alright. Good night. As, well, wait for a second. Thanatos says this. Good night. So, after they gone to sleep, it's the next day. It's the next day. So, the next day comes as Izuku was told to kill this demon. Apparently, this demon has been terrorizing the streets. Apparently, they call him the Speed Demon. Because apparently he rides on the bike and has a gang of, well, gangsters. Apparently, he's been working with them for a while now, and giving them tips and tricks on how to use magic. Because most of them are either have weak quirks or just want power. So, Izuku was up to the task and starts going to that neighborhood. That neighborhood is a neighborhood that's right next to to the red light district. And if you don't know what that means, well, please don't search it. Please don't. So, Izuku starts going to that area as Izuku smells demons. As his scar, not really scar, more like markings, start glowing. As Izuku hears the sound of a motorcycle. As it comes out of a building, like the building starts breaking down. As a motorcycle comes out of there. As a demon that seems to be like a duke. Not really a duke, more like a knight, kind of. As it starts like charging towards Izuku with a chain with a sickle on it. As he says, "Damn you fallen angels." As he says this. Sorry, but I'm not a fallen angel. But I am a Grim Reaper. As Izuku slices the bike in half, as the knight says this. God dang it, that was brand new! Duh. Did you just seriously broke my bike? As Izuku just says this. I'm sorry about that, wait for a second. Sorry about that, it's just my voice, it kind of hurt. So, Izuku just says this. You damn demons. Doing whatever your desires come to, it makes me sick. As he says this. Hey, why are you picking on us? We're just doing whatever we can to have some fun. And besides, you damn Grim Reapers or whatever the hell you call yourselves, you damn make me you just annoy me. It just pisses me off how you, like, call yourselves heroes of justice or whatever, when you're nothing more than assholes that think of themselves as self-righteous and shit. As Izuku just says this. What did you say? As Izuku just says this. You don't deserve death, but an execution. As Izuku, instead of bringing out Thanatos, Izuku brings out these blades. Blades that were given to him by another angel. One of the other 7 archangels, in fact. This archangel was Raphael, the angel of charity. So, Izuku starts charging towards him with these blades and starts cutting him up. As he says this, damn, what the hell are these blades? As Izuku just says this, it was given to me by the angel of charity, Raphael. As he says this, no way, you're bluffing. As Izuku just says this, oh, changing the tone, are we? You damn pathetic demon. As Izuku just charges towards him and just slices him right in half by the chest to the waist, ripping him apart. As he says this before he dies. You're that, you bastard. As he disappears, leaving nothing more than a black leather jacket. As Izuku just says this. This thing. Guess I'll keep it. As Thanatos says this. So you're finally getting a personality? As Izuku just says this. You can go to hell. As he says this. That was just a joke. As Izuku just says this. Wait for a second. So, after deciding to just keep the jacket, Izuku started leaving. As the gang members of this so-called gang that this demon... Wait for a second. That this demon made. All of the gang members' powers that were given to them by the demon basically disappeared, causing them to basically go into a serious mental stage in their life, basically. Sorry about. They started panicking because they had power over people because of that, power. And because they lost that power, let's just say many of the people just revolted and basically beat them up. Yeah. So, after getting the news of that by the head churchgoer or boss of the church, sorry about that, Izuku said this. So, this, thing, I'm guessing this gang is now dissolved, right? As the head churchgoer, or should I say the boss, says this. Correct, Izuku. That was an absolutely great idea for you to kill him. As Izuku just says this. It's my job. Being a Grim Reaper is all about killing demons, after all. As he says this. Right you are. Now, you can have some rest now. After all, you're a bit tired, I think. As Izuku just says this. I'm guessing you're correct. So, Izuku starts going back to his room and goes to sleep. So, I hope you like this series, and I hope you like the video. Comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.